There's a recent study going around that linked erythritol, a sugar alcohol that's often in a lot of sweeteners, with an increase in heart attacks and strokes. That's led to a lot of people asking me questions, either patients of mine or online, about is this something we should be concerned about? So I thought we'd break this study down. So there's a few key points to consider, and I want to start with saying that this whole thing about this study is what the general mess is with research right now. What happens? CNN and a bunch of media outlets took a headline from this study and started screaming natural sweeteners linked to heart attacks and strokes. And that's not really fair, because it's not quite what the research said, and we're not breaking apart what a true natural sweetener is versus something else. So first of all, this study, it was basically a correlation study, not a causation study. They did not measure how much erythritol someone had consumed. All they did was look at people who had heart attacks and strokes and found a correlation that those people had higher levels of erythritol. Well, where's that coming from? Is it coming from certain foods they were eating that they didn't know had it in it? Are they using a lot of an artificial sweetener that has it? Are they someone whose body doesn't break it down very well, so there just happens to be a lot more of it? Is it something that our body seems to send to an area, a bit like cholesterol still is being labeled the wrong way when it comes to plaques in arteries, where that's the problem isn't the cholesterol in the plaque, it's the inflammation in the artery that causes the body to need to lay a plaque down to cool it off. But we looked at it and said, oh, there's always cholesterol there at that site, that must be the problem. Just like if an alien came down to Earth and saw firefighters but didn't know they were putting the fire out, they might think they're starting the fire because they're always there. That's correlation, not causation. And so the researchers didn't look at that. So again, we don't know why there's that erythritol buildup. Now, what was pretty certain from it is there was definitely higher incidences of it when there was heart attacks and strokes. So we can say that was definitely a case. But again, where does it come from? What is the body doing with it or not doing with it? Is it even related to the heart attack and stroke? Or is it related to just maybe someone's very inflamed and that's why they're having a heart attack or a stroke? And maybe they're so inflamed they're struggling to break down any excess sugar, and just a little bit of that erythritol's in their system and they can't break it down, among many other things. So that's why, number one, we cannot say that it was causing it. It just seems to be an association. Now, something else we need to consider. Point number 2, naturally occurring stevia and monk fruit, which are the 2 sweeteners I recommend to people to use if they need anything, don't have erythritol in them unless it's been mixed. So the more natural a sweetener is, it's always going to be healthier. The less stuff that gets added to it, the better. That's always how it has been and always how it will be. So this means that we always need to read labels, and we always need to try and eat foods as close to their natural state as possible. Because here's what I know. If you're eating a very healthy diet with a lot of grass-fed meat and organs, organic fruits, non-lectin containing vegetables, then your inflammation levels are going to be low, your sugar levels are going to be low, you're not going to have a lot of erythritol, so you don't even have to worry about a study like this. And if you are having anything that's not in its whole food form, if you get really good at reading labels and you make sure that it doesn't have a bunch of stuff in there that you shouldn't be having anyway, then any research like this that comes out doesn't have to be of a worry to you. So that's my take on it. Really, do I think someone who's dealing with chronic health issues should probably try and avoid erythritol till we get more data? Yeah, I think that's probably a good idea. I mean, I personally don't use any sweeteners. I have dark chocolate and raw, natural, local, organic honey, and that's really it. So it doesn't matter to me anyway, but if I was using a sweetener, I would make sure I'm using true, like real stevia, real monk fruit, and not like a Truvia or something where erythritol and other things are being mixed in it. Not because I think this study shows that erythritol is going to cause a heart attack, but it's a strong enough data point that I'd say, you know what, correlation might not equal causation, but more often than not in the world where there's been smoke, there's been fire, and I wouldn't want to find out later that there was a problem there. But would I be alarmed if I ever had any of it and feel panicked? No, it's going to be far less damaging to you than the seed oils and fried food and processed foods and all the other garbage that a lot of people eat. So that's my take on it. Hopefully that answers your questions about it. And if you've got any research articles or things that you've seen that you would love to see broken down, just send me a message with them and I would love to do that for you. It's something I want to do more of on this channel. So if that interests you, click the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of those.